population of this country who have not started to feel the traces of what the policies of this government and the fruit that is bringing, the pains that are still feeling, transportation costs, food prices.
When the economy is bad, the economy does not know those who are living in the city alone. Neither does the economy talk about those who are living in the rural areas. It is not every. Are you not saying that everybody that's in the city is rich or can afford? That is not the truth. If the economy is not only hard for those in the rural areas, and then it's good for those living in the city.
The purchasing power, the graph of the purchasing power will also be determined about the quantity of money that is available to you.
Do you know, first of all, where does the food in the city come from?
Because mostly from the farm,
from the rural area. So they produce the food. And then when they produce the food, it comes to where?
Come to the city.
So when it comes to the city, those who live in the city buy the food. At what cost? So you will also know that those who live in the city also face the pains when the economy is bad. So you cannot say only those living in the rural area. It is not correct. But what I'm saying, that every Nigerian is entitled to have a good living. The president is not here for only the rich and not the poor. The president is not only for the poor and not the rich or the middle class. It is the responsibility of every government to cater for every Nigerian, irrespective of your status.
You are a member of the PDP and you work in this government.
Yes.
And there's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
And there are a lot of people who are coming together too to say what this government is doing is not good. We don't believe in what they are doing. Your very good friend, former governor of Rivers State, Amaechi, said when he gets into power, he's going to fix corruption. And that there's a lot of corruption going on in this government. And there are a lot of voices like that who believe that what is going on right now under this administration is leading us nowhere. And that's why you see the opposition coalition coming together and they have won. And you people should not come back in 2027 because they're sending you out of town.
Okay. Actually, will you grant me this opportunity? Now you mentioned. And that's why I say it's only in Nigeria we forget this easily. We trivialize issues. A man comes to tell you that he will solve the issue of corruption in 1 month. Is the man taking the issue of corruption very serious?
Is it not possible?
How can it be possible? Okay, let us even start from this antecedent. He was a governor for Rivers State, right? Okay, fine, very much. I like that. I'll take it one after the other. What can be more corruption when you don't want an arm of government to exist? Take, for example, can there be good governance without obeying the rule of law? Can there be good governance without the rule of law? Can there be good governance without adherence to the rule of law? Can there be? I'm asking.
No,
fine. Okay. A man who was a governor refused the judiciary to operate. A man who was a governor who would stop corruption sealed up the State High Court for almost 2 years.
That's your predecessor.
Yeah, that's the person you
were there with him that time.
I was not there. I was a minister of state education. You have to realize this. You have to realize this. The man who wanted to say he will stop corruption was the man who refused judiciary to exist. Stopped High Court for nearly 2 years. People had cases in court. People had their businesses in court to settle. The court was shut down. Almost 2 years.
But that's not the whole story.
No, I'm calling.
There were issues.
Excuse me, what were the issues?
There were issues surrounding that.
Excuse me, what are the issues? You refuse to obey the recommendations of National Judicial Council. Your Judicial Service Commission made a recommendation to the National Judicial Council for appointment of who will be the substantive chief judge. And it is the incumbent of National Judicial Council to recommend based on the recommendation of the Judicial Service Commission. The governor refused that he will not obey the National Judicial Council, which is the apex body that recommends the appointment of judges and chief judges as the case may be. Don't be in a horse. So that you know the man who fight corruption and corruption in 1 month. He now went and brought the president of Customary Court of Appeal. Justice PNC Agumago, retired, who of course was suspended by the Nigerian Judicial Council. That's one. Can such a man really be the one that can fight corruption in 1 month? 2, you remember that he was indicted by Judicial Panel of Inquiry on some of the properties, assets of Rivers State government.
Under your administration.
It doesn't matter. It must be somebody must be in charge at that time.
But remember you orchestrated it.
Well, when I orchestrated, I did not orchestrate. He went to court. The same court he shut down. And he was the first person, when we opened the court, he was the first person that ran to the court. Said, look, protect me. That was why the judge said, the court is not only for the poor, it's only for the rich. You shut this court down. Now you are the first person that now runs to court for protection. But be it as it may, he was fully indicted. He went to court. The court said, yes, the panel was right. He went to Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal said the panel was right. He went to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court upheld the judgment of the 2 courts. And that judgment was given 2 days to the primaries of All Progressive Congress in 2022. And what were the issues? The man who went to fight corruption in 1 month, our gas turbine, $308 million. He sold it to the Sahara. Where's the body? Which account did they pay to? He spent $30 million on Caribbean White Hospital.
But the gas turbine.
I'm coming.
You came into. You didn't see the money. You can't trace.
It's not there.
But you are not able to trace.
No, that's why we tried to prosecute him. He was right. I'll come to that. $30 million. He said he put Caribbean White Hospital. Where is the foundation of the hospital? Where is the foundation? Can he go today and say, look at the foundation I dug for $30 million US? 3. The monorail. He spent $74 billion to 74 billion naira. Where is the monorail?
You stopped it?
No.
As the monorail passes right in front of the government house. But you didn't believe in the project.
No, it's not true. If there's a road you have done, people will be using the road and they do not complete it. They will know that you have started the road and it's being used, but the road says we can complete it. It's not correct.
You said that the rail is to nowhere. Because I remember interviewing you.
That's what I'm trying to say. How would you have spent 74 billion naira in 1-point-something kilometer? Something that you do has no impact. Taking traffic from where to where. But anyway, if you have even completed the 1 kilometer, let it be that it is on use first. It is in use. Let us so. Before we talk, okay, well, it is finished, it's being used. I'm talking about someone who wants to fight corruption. He took our legacy plane, to Germany for 12 years, no record, until I came. And we started looking for it, till I found it. And I had to go to Germany. We had to do everything, spend money to bring back that plane. That's what the state government is today. What of our Dash 8? He sold to his friend, the former governor of Cross River State, Lee Aliboke, $5 million US. Where is the plane? Where is the body? He will stop corruption in 1 month. In 1 month.
No record of this.
I'm telling you, sir. This is a man that will stop corruption in 1 month. And you look at Nigerians. We are so daft. We don't know anything. It has come to the point where any politician can come and tell us and speak to you, and then you listen to such garbage that somebody will tell you stop corruption in 1 month in this country, which we are trivializing the issue of corruption. Now, for example, let's go further. Corruption. That's not the only thing about corruption.
But it's largely what is destroying this country.
No, it's not. That is why.
I say it's largely.
No, it is one of the things. Okay,
Yeah.
Take for example. When you try to influence somebody to do something in your favor, and the person refuses to do that, and the person is punished for not doing that which you want him to do, what is it called? Take for example. You know, that's why I laugh. This is the same man they were happy. Today they are talking about the ruling party trying to muzzle, trying to infiltrate their so-called party ADC. You remember when PDP were having problem with the body sheriff? This was the same man with his team. You know what happened to Justice Liman when the security invaded his house by 12 midnight in Rivers State? Mm-hmm. You know, I was one who saved that situation. What happened? The PDP matter in that time was before Justice Liman. And everything was done for Justice Liman to give judgment in favor of Modi Sheriff. And when they found that it was difficult, they tried to do anything that would make sure that Justice Liman does not carry out or does not give that judgment. And so that happened. When that was aborted, did you see them go after Justice Liman again? No. What happened? When the matter got to Supreme Court, he was one of those who kicked out Justice Nogin. Why? They wanted Justice Nogin to give judgment to keep Ali Modi Sharif as the chairman of PDP. And that would have been the death of PDP as a party at that time. That was the ruling party then, APC, in government. Spearheaded by the same man who wanted to fight corruption.
But is it fair to attribute such to him?
Not as if what is fair. Yeah, assuming.
You are saying that.
No. Look.
He was behind.
Do you know? I said I was the one. I was in charge of that matter. I was one who hired our lawyers, led by Wolan Peku, led by Kanagabi, and fed by Isu Kala. So I was fully involved.
When you make the allegation,
I'm not making.
Amaechi
I'm
is
not
behind Justice Onoge's
Of course,
matter.
no. He has already, no. He has said this several times that, of course, we have to put him out of the place. He had also said that he kicked out Jonathan from office. Would you say that you've never had it? The point, some of us, I think the problem is, it's unfortunate. I don't think that he remembers when he says all these things, that those who work with him before and after are still alive. And you wonder, you sit on the side and you watch a young man come out like that to make such statement, and you pinch yourself. What is going on here?
But they say that they want to fix Nigeria.
No,
that is what the ADC stands for.
No, the point that he cannot. That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Rotimi Amaechi said he's going to be the next president of Nigeria if given the ticket.
Please, no, you know he won't get the ticket.
Why?
No,
Why not?
Please. You see what he said, that I read, he said he knows the weaknesses of the president. So he knows how to defeat him. But he also knew the weakness of the president in 2022. When the president defeated him mercilessly in their primaries. He didn't know his weaknesses then. It is now he knew the weaknesses.
Maybe he has studied it and
okay, now he has studied it. But let me tell you, Nigerians know the last person they will give ticket, because you know that is dead on arrival. You know called dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival. Look, it's not, you see, how you will know? By your capacity. I don't like people who like, look, in 2014, 2015, you remember he was governor? And that was when I was run as a governor. Remember? What happened? We defeated him. And he was the DG of the President Buhari's campaign. Is not correct? He didn't get 15%. He was governor. It's okay. Jonathan was president then. Okay, no problem. 2019, President Buhari was the president. late President was president. He was first grade A minister, Minister of Transport then. He was also the DG of Mr. President campaign then. He was coming home with what I call battalions, soldiers. He was coming home. You remember what happened in 2019 election? You remember how Rivers women stood firm to say this cannot happen. He was, but we still defeated him. President Buhari never had.
Yeah, that was the election they accused you of rigging and using every possibility.
Yes, I rigged. When Jonathan was minister, was the president, I rigged. When Buhari was president, was not correct. I also rigged in 2023 when Buhari was still president. And
why were you rigging?
No, you said they said I rigged.
They accused you of rigging.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm only trying to put it to you. You are governor. I rigged you because Jonathan was president. That's what I'm saying. I became governor. I rigged you. Buhari, Jonathan was no longer president. Buhari became president. I still rigged you. In 2023, you came and brought a governor. He didn't win. He supported a presidential candidate. He didn't win. I still rigged you. Why would I not be rigging you? When? I mean, you see,
so you are more superior than Amaechi locally in Rivers State as of today.
What do you mean by superior?
Politically superior.
Oh, no, it's not about being superior. I tell my people know what I will do, what I will not do.
So you are more popular. He said if both of you get to the streets.
Oh, please. You see, there are things I don't talk about. What is getting to the street? I mean, what is getting to the street?
That is more popular than you.
Let us
you saw how people welcome him.
Wait, how many people?
In Port Harcourt.
No, you know, that would be very embarrassing. Where you saw was VIP lounge. VIP lounge that I built. VIP lounge international airport that cannot take up to 20 vehicles. And when you see, it's not to boast, you know, it is, my people say, there is grand. You are arguing who in a wrestling who will win. Why not go there and wrestle? What's the argument? You see, antecedent of people will tell. Even if you are his children, you don't have heads. I mean, for me, it tells you the kind of person you are.
Minister, give me a moment. I need to go on a break.
Yes.
There is a lot of pressure, though.
Yes.
And the warning is that something is coming in 2027, which your government may not be able to withstand in terms of the opposition. But I'd like to get your view on some of these issues.
Yeah.
Because the opposition is gathering, and perhaps what is happening in the PDP also. I'd like to get my guest views on what is happening in the PDP and on the state of the nation. But that's after we return from this break, everyone. Join us again.
Across Nigeria, one digital platform.
And you saw what happened over the by-election. It does look like there's a gravitation towards that political party.
Sheon, thank you very much. You said Nigerians, maybe many Nigerians are looking up to who charges Nigeria. How did you get the population of the Nigerians from what happened in the by-election? How will you not say that many Nigerians are looking up to them?
Are they not?
They are not. Look at what happened. It shows that, you see, when you say, who are those there that Nigerians will be looking up to? You see, take for example, and I continue telling people this. If I see you, for example, in that party you joined, that's okay. Sheon has not had an opportunity to make an impact. So I think that you need to watch him and see what I can give you an opportunity. Not those who had countless opportunities in life to make a change. And they have no change. They couldn't. And there's no coalition. What is coalition? You can talk about coalition when CPC and APC, and AC, and some PDP members went to form another party that you can call coalition. But not when people say, look, we have left a party to join another party. That cannot be coalition.
But it's a coalition of Nigerians of like mind. They've emptied the PDP.
No, they've not. No, I'm coming.
They left APC.
No, but if you look at their track records, they have always been doing that. If you look at their track record, okay.
Is that why you say Nigerians should reject them?
That's because they have nothing to show.
Is that fair for you to say Nigerians should reject those who say
they want to? Nigerians have already rejected them by saying this by-election. They did not make any impact.
But just the beginning.
You will see the reality. Time is coming, you will see. It is easy for you to appear on national television, for you to appear on national newspapers to talk. Take, for example, I just want to say this, for example. Take my brother, my friend, Eliele Moke, former governor of Cross River State. Was he not Minister of Power? Was he not? What happened? What happened when he was Minister of Power? You remember?
Under your PDP government.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about you now as a person that's going to, is it PDP that's talking about the rescue there now? He has gone there to say he wanted to rescue. He was Minister of Power. And you remember the amount of money that was spent in power then. If they have gotten it right, we will be talking about power today. Tell me.
So that's why you
feel and these are the people. He was governor of Cross River. He was not able to rescue Cross River.
But he did his bit.
And what is his bit? Where did he find Cross River? What was his bit? You see, just one thing you will say. If I say today, with all authority, with all amount of seriousness, that I'm going to join here, because I'm not happy with what they have done. When I was on seat, I did this, I did that, I did that. So look at all of them, all. I don't see there's anybody there that I did not invite to my state to do one or the other in terms of commissioning of projects.
Even your friend Tambuwa.
Of course.
Now, you know what he said about what the government, your government is doing?
Yes.
I'm twisting opposition,
yes,
chasing them with anti-corruption agency. Is that fair? Is that how your government wants to treat opposition voices?
I'm not speaking on behalf of EFCC, but Nigerians should stop this. I was arrested by EFCC in 2008. When I became the chief of staff in 2007. And I went to EFCC. I was arraigned in the FCT High Court. And they didn't understand me. They will file for no case submission or a preliminary objection. They said, no, we went to Court of Appeal. I won in Court of Appeal. They went to Supreme Court. They knew what would have happened to them. Because it was so bad, they have to run back and withdraw their matter. Even though it was accused, it was said that government was doing that, but I never came out to say it. I went there. Look, you have no case. Look at it. Look at it. If Tambuwa was called, that look, we have this against you. After there are so many Nigerians that have been invited by EFCC one way or the other. Why is it that nobody's talking about them being witch-hunted or whatever? Is it only politicians that are being witch-hunted? Or should be witch-hunted? Why is it that if EFCC does this today, because you appear to be in no position, you are witch-hunted? I'm not saying that he has committed any offense. I didn't say so. But it will also be wrong. Simply because EFCC invited somebody, that's a witch-hunt. But if EFCC invites somebody in government, it's not a witch hunt. Only those that are in government should be invited for question of one thing or the other. But somebody who had left government, whom the financial crime believes that may have committed an offense, and therefore we want to hear from you. That means that that person is being witch hunted. All this kind of blackmail does not work, and it shouldn't work.
Minister,
all I would have said, look, Mr. Tambuwa, this is what EFCC said. Yes, I didn't do it, and the law will take its course.
Minister,
and I don't believe in this blackmail. Each time somebody is invited, it is the government that is doing it because there's no position. For Christ's sake.
Let me take you quickly to Rivers State.
Yes.
the local government elections that the administrator has under the administrator's watch and the RCEC are planning a list of eminent River State citizens, Mr. Atado Peter Side, former Governor Adejoy, and a few other people had come together and written an open letter to President to be able to say, stop this. This is undemocratic. It's unconstitutional. Don't go ahead with this. And do you think that that election should go on?
Well, I don't know.
For the sake of peace in River State?
First of all, when you say eminent, I don't know what you call eminent because I have money. That's what makes me eminent.
There are those who don't have money there, but they are eminent Nigerians based on their profile.
If
what they have done
anybody is
for the country.
eminent there, by the word eminent means that you should support that election. Because if you don't, you are bringing the state backward. When it's unconstitutional, who interprets what is unconstitutional? Doesn't lie in your mouth to say something is unconstitutional. For Christ's sake, you have the court that is being given the responsibility. Take up the challenge and go to court and say, look, this is unconstitutional. And let the court be able to decide how will our laws grow. It's not by writing to the president, stop this unconstitutional. By publishing in this paper, it's unconstitutional. What has ever happened that you have said is constitutional? Have they read the emergency powers of the president?
To remove a governor? To impose?
How did you remove a governor? All this is suspension. What did they assembly? Do you know the Supreme Court said there's no state, there's no government in the state? Okay, can I ask you one question? That Supreme Court sacked all the local governments, right? And said, no caretaker, you can't have money to run the local government. State government, no, there was no budget. How would you run the state government at that time? Now, but if the president did not take the powers he took, do you know the state would have been something else? Now, as part of restoring democracy at the local government level, say, look, you have to conduct the election. At least when the local government comes back, and then the state comes back by the governor and the legislature, the local government will be getting their money for the federation account. And so that nobody will say the local government is in crisis. The state government would have been working in harmony with the state legislature by adopting the budget which National Assembly has passed, or the state assembly making amendment to it. And so that the state will also be getting their own funds from the federation account. Why is it that people do not like when they say it's an emergency rule, therefore you cannot do local.
So you are supporting the local government to
the election is going to take place. We are preparing.
You will support. You will be part of it.
I'm going for campaign next week. I will appear 27, 28 for the campaign.
And you campaign for the PDP.
I'm going to campaign, of course, for my local government. I believe we have done quite a lot that the PDP will win in my local government.
Minister Wike, why is it?
Have they given you a date for Ibadan?
Yeah, they say that the plan. Of course, the party has announced that it's going to be in Ibadan.
I don't know.
Would you attend?
When the party NEC has not sat.
Nobody have agreed it's going to be in Ibadan.
When did they agree?
Yeah, it was about the 100.
The one they said is NEC.
Yes,
that is not NEC.
So you don't agree with the
NEC
decision?
has not met. In fact, we are meeting tomorrow. We are going to challenge. NEC has not met.
So is it true that you are planning a parallel convention?
How can you say I'm planning? Planning to do what?
So you don't support the Ibadan convention?
I'm not aware that there is any convention in Ibadan.
Give me a moment.
As a NEC member, I've not been told. And nobody has devoted for NEC meeting for me to say that NEC has had a meeting. If few people or few people who work as a team say they have had a NEC meeting, okay, the NEC meeting, okay, so be it.
Give me a moment again because I need to take this break. We'll be right back to talk more after this break.
Is on a progressive batch